Hey everybody, welcome to True Crime Tarot by Pilot Gal. This is a channel that I'm doing for readings on true crime mysteries. Now, for this one, it's actually not really sure if it's a crime, but that's what we're really going to find out here. And this is on the disappearance of the Malaysia Flight 370. So this was an aircraft that left Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and it was flying, its destination was Beijing, China. Let's see. And let me just say real quick, all of this is for entertainment purposes only. It's tarot. I'm just a gal with cards. All right. So, there were 239 souls on board, 2 pilots, 10 cabin crew, and 227 passengers of varying nationalities, with the most nationality being Chinese. All right. So lots to tell you about this. Of course, you've heard about it. March 8th, 2014, this flight took off very early in the morning from Kuala Lumpur and was on its way to Beijing, China. Now, right at the point of what we call handoff, where you get a switch from one traffic control tower to another, you're handed off, say, from point A to point B. Right when that happened, they were handed off to, I forget which tower it was, but once they signed off from the tower that had been following them, they were never heard from again. The transponder got turned off. Now, what a transponder is that it's a device on the aircraft that makes it locatable by radar. So the air traffic controllers would see a little blip on their screen, and that is the transponder pinging the location. It's pinging the frequency so that the air traffic controllers know where the airplane is. That device got turned off, so now they could not see the aircraft anymore. But and they never heard from it again. Now, radar along the way from different waypoints and satellites saw that the aircraft turned around. Instead of going towards Beijing, China on its path, it's turned around and headed back past Malaysia, and the supposition is that it was heading for the Indian Ocean. So, after that, nothing was heard from it for many years. There were many exhaustive searches for it. I did a little bit of research on it. It was amazing how long, and I remember this, how long they searched for this aircraft. And nothing was ever found during the search, except years later, a piece of the wreckage ended up on the coast of Africa. And it was later they were able to find a partial code on what's called the aileron flap. And this is a part of the wing, and it was like a middle part of the flap, and that was found to have been from that aircraft. So they know that it did break up. It either crashed or broke up in flight. They're not sure which one, because they've never found it. They never found the black boxes. So we're gonna do some research here. I'll do some reading with the tarot and find out, if we can, what the heck happened. Now, they did a little bit of research also on the pilot in command, who was well experienced, long time flying, and the night before the aircraft disappeared, he had actually, on his flight simulator at home, had done this exact flight, I guess practicing from going from Malaysia to China, but executed that turnaround. So they're not sure why he did that, what happened. And again, this is allegedly, but that's what I did here. So let's take a look and find out what happened with this flight. I forgot to put the box down here for you. I am using the gold foil tarot for this reading. All right, let's see what we can find out about Malaysia Flight 370. All right, so I have 7 questions. I'm going to do a 7-card layout here, and we'll go through the questions right now. All right, so why did Flight 370 turn around? Okay, this came out sideways, which was interesting. This is the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is about a relationship. This is a relationship between 2 people, usually a man and a woman. Okay, so why did Flight 370 turn around? Did the plane encounter any external interference? Did it... there are lots of conspiracy theories out there. That's all I'm going to say about it, is just, did it encounter any external interference? And did the pilot turn off the transponder? Did he do that? 4 swords in reverse. Well, that's an end. That's a permanent end. Oh, wow. Okay. So did he turn off the transponder? If that comes out to be a no, then it was some kind of mechanical problem. All right, Ace of Wands, no idea. Okay, so did the pilot turn off the transponder? And why? These cards really want to talk about this. Five of Swords in reverse, that's losing a fight. Seven of Pentacles, waiting for a return on your investment. All right, did the pilot intentionally fly the plane towards the Indian Ocean? Did he do that? Was he, like, aware the whole time? And will the black boxes ever be found? I mean, even though they've been probably at the bottom of the ocean all this time, they're well encased. They will still be readable. So will the black boxes ever be found? And then will the main parts of the plane ever be found? Because they found little bits and pieces of it. I think they found, ooh, Ace of Cups in reverse, lots of tears. Ooh. It's also a no, too. Page of Wands, bad news. So they found a suitcase off the coast of Africa. They found a piece of the flap. And I believe they found something else, too. And then will we ever know what happened to the aircraft? The Magician, which is about spin. All right, are we ever going to know what happened to the aircraft? These cards want to talk so badly. All right, we're going to go with that. Oh, one's turned around. Oh, the Hierophant. Okay, I just have to leave it where it is. All right. So, all right, so we have 7 cards, or 7 questions. We'll do 7 cards. I have been very out of sorts today. It's been very interesting, but I thought I'd try this reading anyway. Underlying energy. The Empress in reverse. Well, this is a woman. This is a Mother card. 10 of Swords, backstabbing and betrayal. 9 of Cups, being indulgent. Ooh, Death was the next card. Okay. So we have Empress in reverse. This is a woman who, or a situation that doesn't have a good outcome. It's not, the possibilities are not good. 10 of Swords is backstabbing and betrayal. 9 of Cups, being overindulgent, being smug, feeling that you're being overconfident. Interesting. All right. Why did Flight 70 turn around? Why did the flight turn around? Judgment. All right, so this is about you're going to be judged. Going to be judged about something, and you can pay your penance and have a second chance, but there was some judgment that was going to be rendered. It had to do with a woman. Maybe a woman, a mother figure, a woman was involved. And she's the one who betrayed everybody and was very overconfident that this was going to work. They were worried about a judgment. Okay. So why did it turn around? There was something that was going to be judged about either one of the passengers on board or something about the aircraft was going to be judged, or one of the people. Did the plane encounter any external interference? Did that happen? King of Cups. I knew this card was going to come up. When I was prepping for this reading, I was looking at birthdays and some other information, and I thought, oh, you know what? Okay, so I was thinking we have a Leo and an Aries for the pilot and co-pilot, and I'll tell you that in a second. And I was thinking, I bet the King of Cups is going to show up, and I just have no idea why. I have no idea who the King of Cups is. But I do want to mention, let me go back a bit. For the Empress in reverse, I forgot that the pilot, his name was Zahari Ahmed Shah. His wife left him the day before with the children and said she was going to leave him. The day before the flight, this is the wife leaving. The Empress. Empress is the mother card, the wife card, and in reverse, leaving, going away, being angry. He felt betrayed, and he being overindulgent. That could be about drinking as well. Wow. Okay, so this judgment, why did it turn around? Let's go back to this question. I think that the wife had left him, and he was anticipating that there was going to be a legal case, which was going to be a divorce. And then the next question, did the plane encounter any external interference? So the King of Cups, this is an emotional man, very comforting, very comforting, someone you go to for advice and counsel. So what that has to do with external interference, I was talking about external interference outside the plane, but this is talking about there was external interference from a man. I wonder if they had someone who tried to enter the cockpit. The wife was leaving, it was a betrayal, and he was drinking. I think there was some external interference from one of the passengers. I do honestly think that. Someone external interference by one of the passengers. King of Cups. I looked up the birthday for President Xi of China. He's a Leo. So the pilot was born July 31st, 1961. He happens to be the same age as me. Or was anyway at that time. He's a Leo. And the co-pilot was very young. I think he was 27 at the time. And his birthday was April 1st, 1986. So he's an Aries. 2 fire signs in the cockpit. Bet that was fun. Okay. I think someone entered the cockpit. I really do. All right, did the pilot turn off the transponder? So the tower contacted them, said, hey, we're handing you off to the next tower. And the co-pilot responded, I think he said, whatever their call sign was, 370, thank you, good night. And then they never checked in with the next tower. In that few minutes where you're being handed off, you have to change your frequency on your communication so that you can contact the tower on their frequency, and then you go on and you say, hey, it's Flight 370, or whatever their call sign was, to the next controlling tower. And they would have expected them to be checking in, which they did, and they never heard from them. So the transponder and the communications were switched off. I think they had 2 transponders. This was a 777, which is a Boeing 777. And that aircraft has 2 transponders, so both of them were turned off. All right, did the pilot turn off the transponder? Either of them. Did either of the pilots turn off the transponder? The Hierophant. Oh, God, I got goosebumps. This is the government. This is the controlling authority. This is the government. It can also be the person in charge of the plane. Yeah, I'm going to say that, yeah. No, someone did turn off the transponder. I wonder if this was this King of Cups. So whoever entered the cockpit, allegedly, this is just, I'm reading tarot, I'm telling you what the cards are telling me. Whoever entered the cockpit was a very high-ranking official in the government, and then he turned off the transponder. I don't think the pilots had anything to do with this. Well, at least not without this external influence, external interference. All right, did the pilot intentionally fly the plane towards the Indian Ocean? Did he do that intentionally? 2 of Wands, change of plans. I don't think he did. I think the plans were changed by this person who entered the cockpit. They were forced to turn around. Oh, God, I got such goosebumps. It was a betrayal. Somebody was drinking. There could have been a woman involved, too. I thought maybe this is his wife leaving him, which, it still could be, but there was a change of plans, absolutely. I don't think that he intentionally set off that morning to do that. If he did intentionally turn it around, it was a last-minute decision. But I think we have an external interference by this government official. All right, did the pilot intentionally... Oh, I got that one already. Okay, so will the black boxes ever be found for this aircraft? 9 of Wands. It's definitely mental anguish and anxiety. Oh, they're worried that it will be. Whoever this King of Cups is, of course, was on the plane. He's gone now, but I think whoever was responsible for this, they are worried that it's going to be found. Lots of anxiety and fear. You're under a lot of mental anguish, battered and bruised. The woman is worried. She's worried it will be found. It's possible. It's possible, and when it's found, you know what, I think it will be, and we're going to hear the voice of the whoever entered the cockpit. Oh my goodness, I think it will be found. There's a lot of anxiety about being found. I wonder if it's already been found. Will the main parts of the plane ever be found? The fuselage, the wings, whatever, however it ended up in the ocean. Will that ever be found? Ooh, the High Priestess. Secrets and silence. No. No. And if parts of it have been found, the government's keeping it quiet. I don't think we'll ever find... If they have found the pieces of the aircraft, we'll never know about it. It's going to be kept hidden. Will we ever know what happened to Flight 370? Are we ever going to know that? Queen of Wands in reverse. Not if this woman has anything to do with it. I'm getting such goosebumps and such feminine energy with this. There were several people involved with this. We've got the King of Cups, we have the government, and we have the Queen of Wands. Will we ever know what happened to the aircraft? All right, Queen of Wands upright is about a very happy, energetic, life of the party, fun-loving woman. And in reverse, very chaotic and mean and secretive and nasty. Not if she has anything to do with it. I really think this was orchestrated by a government, and a woman was involved, allegedly. And plans were changed. I don't think that what happened was how they expected it to happen. I don't think that's... These were plans gone awry. Whatever they had planned, it wasn't to have the plane crash. And there's been a lot of cover-up about it. Allegedly. Oh my goodness, wow. All right, let's do a... Ooh, I've actually got a headache now. Let's do a wrap-up. Okay, so why did Flight 370 turn around? There was some kind of judgment that was going to be rendered. And I thought maybe it had to do with the fact that his wife left him. And he was betrayed, and someone was drinking. Someone was under medication, perhaps. But there was some legal judgment about to be rendered. Oh, you know, the other thing I wanted to tell you, too, was it was also found after the crash, or after the disappearance of the flight, that the captain was, one of his in-laws was Anwar Ibrahim, and he was, I think, a political leader, and he was given a jail sentence hours before the plane disappeared. And that was one of his in-laws. So one of the relatives of the wife, and he had some kind of connection with, some kind of influence with the T word, we'll say. Goodness. All right, so there was some kind of judgment. You know what? Why did it turn around? Because that judgment had just been rendered. Something to do with the in-law who just had a judgment put on him. He was given a jail sentence. Wow. I wonder if he was going to pick him up, or, oh my goodness. That's what the connection with the wife is. The wife who was leaving, there was a judgment on one of her in-laws, and it was a betrayal. Oh my. Did the plane encounter any external interference? It did, but it wasn't outside the plane. It was from within the plane. King of Cups, someone entered the cockpit. And then did the pilot turn off the transponder? I don't think the pilot did. I think the person who entered the cockpit did. It was from the government. And then did the pilot intentionally fly the plane towards the Indian Ocean? It was a change of plans. Well, obviously, he was supposed to go to China, turned it around. Yeah, I don't think it was intentional on his part. I think he was forced to. And then, will the black boxes ever be found? Whoever orchestrated this, allegedly, is very worried they are going to be found, if they haven't been already. And then, will the main parts of the plane ever be found? No, it's going to be kept secret. It'll be kept secret either by the ocean or by whoever orchestrated this, by the government. Yes, the government. Government's going to keep it secret. They may have already found the pieces. And if so, they're going to keep it secret. Will we ever know what happened to Flight 370? If this woman has anything to do with it, we won't. The only way we will is if she has no more influence over what's happening with the investigation. Wow. Well, that was interesting. My goodness, that didn't go at all like I expected. All right, I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please like and share. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate all my subscribers. Hope you guys are enjoying these readings. I'll have more coming up on this channel. I know that I haven't had a lot coming out here, but I'll try to do some more. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you'd like me to read on. It doesn't have to be aviation, but it's cool for me if it is. But any kind of true crime reading you want me to do, drop it below and I'll try to do it for you. And if you're not a subscriber, well, please do subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you won't miss another reading. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you again soon on True Crime Tarot by Pilot Gal. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.